Okay, okay. Welcome back, everybody. I managed to borrow one of Nero's wands, and he very graciously lent it to me temporarily whilst I made this. So we have a Mana Steel Entwined Living Wood Scepter, and everything is fine. There is definitely not something wrong with Dave. I'm sure he's perfectly everyday happy as can be. Anyways, our new crafting scepter is quite happily charging up there. Every one of the aspects is going up quite happily. Don't need to worry about that at all. Has a capacity of 150, which is higher than what my Great Wood ones can get. I'm sure that's fine. I'm sure it's fine. Kekara, you would tell me if that was fine, right?
Yes.
Okay, good to know. Yeah, anyways, moving quickly on. So, yes, there was a bunch of stuff that people wanted me to do inside of Botania, so I have made a short list of all the things that we could do with having around here. So the first thing is the Hand of Ender, which I will probably be renaming Hammer Space for whatever it does. Which is fairly cheap, honestly. I'm a little surprised at how cheap it is. So if I just go into here and get ourselves a Eye of Ender and surround that in obsidian, it gets us a bog standard vanilla ender chest. If I then combine that with, let me see, some leather, a problem obsidian, and a mana pearl, which, as we've established, I have plenty of, because I apparently made them in bulk. Where are you? There you go. Nope. Okay. Yes, I do have some leather in here, because it's a decent source of tutamen. Pretty cheap. Pretty nice. Oh yeah, some of the aspects, by the way, you will definitely run out in the course of researching like a mofo, like I was recently. Apparently Kegaro thinks it's like a great way to find stuff out. Just the old-fashioned hard way, but you'll run out of them, so you can make a deconstruction table. You'll find that in the first tab here of basic information. It's just off to the side here, just off of the research expertise. Very straight, very cheap to make, really. Like, super cheap. So put one of those together, stick some stuff in it, and it will make primal aspects, which is what everything else is made of. I've just been using infused shard seeds, which it turns out are pretty dang good for this. There's also like fire seeds and stuff. Okay, so that, and that. There and there. And the mana pearl there gets us a Hand of Ender. So this basically just lets us access hammer space. For a little bit of mana, we can open up our ender chest space, which I am now going to use for a little bit of storage, because I've got a lot of stuff on me at the moment. And that again, I guess. And that. That's probably enough. So yeah, we've got access to hammer space now. Does it have a... No, it doesn't really have a particularly funky model. Maybe Varsky needs to talk to MNF about that, because MNF does some great models. And also, look at this. This is just cool. Okay, but that is the Hand of Ender. So that is a mobile ender chest. So if I happen to die in battle, quite possibly at this rate, I can get my stuff back via that. Yay. Anyways, next one. The Starfield is a bit trickier to make, purely because I need to create a bit more elementium than I presently have. But again, we can do this. This isn't difficult. This is perfectly fine. Yeah, I don't mind me, I'm just rambling. I'm a little shaken, because there is a giant vortex of unclean spiritual energy shooting out of where Dave's house used to be. So, yeah, I'm perfectly fine. I promise. Yeah, just totally fine. Okay. So, anyways, moving swiftly on. Let's get some charge in here. Whoop, and here. If it can land. Pick up. Thank you. Yeah, I need to recharge these, and evidently there's a couple of mana pools going free there. Didn't Dave, like, visit the moon at some point? I wonder if he's still up there. Actually, didn't he try and... He visited during a blood moon. Oh. Oh, God, I wonder if this is blood moon related. Like, if that's, like, some kind of, like, blood moon laser cannon from space or something. Oh, gods. Gods and Kami above, this is not good. This is not good in so many different ways. Okay, so I need a couple of mana pearls and a couple of elementium ingots. Fairly straightforward to do. Can quite happily manage that. So, let's chuck these in. And that. Good. And is it a mana pearl to get it? Is it 2 specifically, or is it... It's just the 1. Okay, that's good. I'll grab 2 just in case I need it. Okay, thank you very much. I can keep the mana. Right. Yeah, the elves are kind of nice folk. I don't talk to them as much as I possibly should, but yeah, they're not my thematic at the moment. Okay. So, bit of elementium, bit of pixie dust. This will be a bit more visible at night, but we can deal. That's right, we're capable of coping here. This is not something that is beyond our capacities. We can handle it. So that gets us a Starfield Creator. Now this isn't going to do all that much by itself. It is redstone controllable, I discovered, but it's actually 90% visual. It's just 90% kind of a, just sort of a little piece of aesthetic. So we're going to stick it behind our statue here at the shrine, and it looks pretty. But also at night, which we might get. What are you free of you doing up here? Oh, I guess you must have gone spooked by some kind of zombie in town. Did anybody die is the next question. Although if anybody had died, we would have seen it in the chat, probably, and these guys would have resurrected them. And everybody appears to have all their gubbins. So, yeah, nobody died. Good. That's the way it should be. What time of day is it, anyways? Okay, it's like late afternoon. That's good. So we'll get to see the effects of the Starfield Creator soon enough. Not a worry in the world. Okay, so next on our list then is... Okay, Far Reach, right. This requires a bit more elementium, I think. 4 pieces of elementium. But we might be able to handle that, because I think I noted that we have 8 left in here. Yes, 8 mana steel. So we'll just rush over back to the elves, whose portal I hope is, yep, still open, so that we can exchange some mana steel for some elementium again. I'm totally not flustered, I swear. If it seems as though I am flustered right now, then you just get that idea straight out of your head. I am a perfectly competent and capable priest, and I can deal with gigantic laser death beams from the moon caused by evil. I might have to talk to Kegara here about some ideas on that, but oh gods. Right, so some elementium and a rune of lust. Oh wait, no, not a rune of lust, different thing. Rune of pride. There we go. Which is a different thing entirely, and is justified under certain circumstances. Okay, so that gets us the Ring of Far Reach, which we can wear in one of our slots here. So if I have this... actually, let me just compare it by virtue of having it not on first. Okay, so at the moment I can reach just barely to that block right behind the alembics, and if I put it on, I can reach all the way over there. So what this does is it increases my potential range by 3 blocks, hence the name, Ring of Far Reach. So I could trigger things, I can access things way far away, so now I don't have to be running around quite as much inside of these large areas, which is nice, I think. I think that is nice. And our last thing is getting into the botanical brewery. So there's a particular brew in here, and to make it, we're going to need to get another piece of mana steel. Right. Oh well, hey, night's dawning, so we'll get to see this. Whilst I quickly rush over and grab us another block of iron. Whoop. Yep, I'll get those two back up. I'm sure they're fine. And also, we're not using our power for very much right now anyways. Okay. Block of iron. Not exactly expensive here. We can grow them quite happily. And oh, yep, there it goes. Okay, so the Starfield creator does exactly that. It creates this flickering star field in the sky to give everybody something a little bit nicer to look at night. Ain't that beautiful? Ain't that just beautiful? That's calming. I could stare at that for hours. And I just might once I'm done making this video. Whew. Okay, so a little bit more mana steel. And does it reach over here? Yeah, it does. Hey, hey! So it's basically just spawning in huge particles way, way, way up in the sky. So that they are just visible down here. You can fly up to that level. At least I have done so in testing. And it is quite the sight indeed. Okay, so let me see. We need the Botanical Brewery, which requires the brewing stand and the Rune of Mana. Which I can still make. Thankfully. I'm just going to have to convert the last of these iron into mana steel. Okay. So stick that. And oh, hang on. What is Pixie Dust doing in there? That shouldn't be there at all. There we go. Must be under the same thing. Mana resource. Yeah. So it's just refilling automatically. That's fine. Okay, just refill that. And that will give us our Rune of Mana that we need. How much living rock? We need a little bit more living rock. So let's plonk some down by the flowers. Okay. Yeah, the stars are soothing. The stars are soothing. I think I'll be okay. I think everything will be okay, because everything is fine. Right. Sorry about that, everybody. Basically, what happens there is that I've been recording a lot of footage ahead of time lately, and turns out I have actually managed to completely fill my hard drive, so I have just been talking for about the last 5 minutes, and this actual, main video hasn't been recording at all. So it's a brand new night, and I got a fair bit done, but anyways, here is the Botanical Brewery in all of its rotatey goodness. Apparently, Botania just really loves its looping animations. Wow, it's simplistic looping animations. Good on you, Vasky. Right, so this, first of all, requires mana, so I've just been, pointing my Elven Mass Spreaders at whatever I most likely need in the near future. And then you right-click things onto it, including, eventually, a flask or vial of your particular favourite kind, and then it will quite happily set about work. And eventually, I managed to get myself a flask of Vanity's Emptiness, which requires Neverwort, gunpowder, rotten flesh, a bone, a string, and an ender pearl. So basically, all of your classical mob drops kind of thing, and I get 6 uses of this instead of the usual one, as I might with a regular potion. So I can take a swig of this, and we'll get that for a little bit. A grand total of 6 minutes for that. And let me see. What I'm looking for is complex brews, so I can show you this. So, Brew of Vanity's Emptiness. This brew casts an aura of emptiness around any entity that has its effect. In a 128 block radius, that is to say a 256 block diameter, mobs will not be allowed to spawn naturally. That is a grand total of 8 chunks. In all directions around you, mobs will not be allowed to spawn naturally. So consequently, that makes me one gigantic magnum torch. One mobile, personal, slightly temporary, magnum torch. Obviously anything that I walk across that I walk into is not going to be despawning, at least I don't think it will. We'll take a swig and we'll walk over to Dave so I can get a bit of a better idea what's happening over there. And then I guess we'll find out. So let me have a swig of this. Oop. And apparently you get kicked from the server. And your game crashes. Okay, well, lesson learned. Give me a moment. Okay, so I just logged back into the server, and there are now 5 uses left of this Flask of Vanity's Emptiness, and as you can see, no status effect whatsoever. I presume there would be some, but I'm not seeing any. It may be invisible for all I know, but I'm not seeing it, so great. Just great. Gotta deal with all this, and there's not a single thing I can do to stop anything from murdering me. Guess I had to do it the old-fashioned way. Guess I have to just be strong. Oh, joy. Okay, we gotta examine this thing. We have to know what we're dealing with here. There's no way that I can begin to mediate this level of spiritual, like, disharmony without knowing what on earth it's actually, like, doing. Phew, I guess I can just keep my distance. I can do that. That's fairly straightforward. We'll just look at it in the light of day. And, oh wow, even the treehouse took a hit, it seems. Eek. There's a lot of fire down there. Oof. I've seen worse. I mean, I've been to the Nether, but, like, that's still a lot of fire. And this tree might have actually taken a little bit of hit as well. Okay. Yeah, that's gotta be spirit essences just sort of streaming into the sky. I don't even know what do you have to do to make this kind of thing happen? I mean, I said it might have been from the moon, but blood moons have a whole ton of, like, really nasty effects around here anyways. It could be from anything. And there's a blaze on my minimap. You guys can't see it, but it's somewhere over there. So who knows? Maybe he's opened a portal to hell. I don't know. I'm still tempted to say Blood Moon, because what in the... like, what else could do this? And there's some funky looking lava there. Okay. At least my boots make this a lot easier to navigate. Okay, so... oh, hello, we got a node here. Who are you then? You are a pretty beefy Ignis node, but I guess we kind of could have guessed that part. It doesn't look like there's much else left around here. Oop, mining guild kind of locked off. Oop, looks like a bunch of farms took a hit. Oh hey, there's there's a couple of mana pools I guess I could harvest. Or at least do something with, because hey, they're not... I don't even know where Dave is. I haven't seen him. This is the first thing this is the first thing remotely related to Dave I've seen in a while now. Some scorched bricks, it seems. There's also this lab. Like we fought the... whoa, hello. Don't mind me. Oop. Yep, this would be where we fought the Withers. Before we came and fought the Gaia Guardian for the first time. Oh dear. And geez, there's a lot of unpleasantness here. What was in here? Whoop. Somebody's... who are you, sir? Can I help you? Rare, apathetic, Blaze the Defender, weakness, bulwark. Oh, and he has a name, Onihito. Whoop. Onihito. The demon fire? I guess? I don't know. If someone wants to translate that for me, please go ahead. Oh, then there's the outside. Okay, so something pretty much tore through this whole place. Something royally messed this place up. And whether it was something that Dave did, I don't know. Oh, looks like this level survived largely intact. Although, and again... okay, I did say largely intact. That's fine. Anything in here? Oop. No, don't know what this room was for. Doesn't look pleasant though, Dave, gotta say. How about for here? Anything? No, it looks like this is just mining. But jeez. something nasty went down around here. And I have no idea what. But we're gonna find out. And we're gonna try and fix this. Fix whatever is going on upstairs here with that node. And we're going to try and restore some degree of balance, and we're going to try and figure out how to keep this from happening again. Ow. Thank you, Cloak of Virtue. I'm just too holy for this fire. Song references to be made in the comments, I'm sure. Jeez. Well, at least the chimney survived a bit. A little piece of the roof. This was a fairly nice house, too. And, like, jeez, the whole tree's gone over there. What has to go down for this? It's just my question here. What causes this? I mean, near as I can tell, this is basically just an example of divine, like, retribution. This is, like, Judeo-Christian Sodom and Gomorrah here. Come on. Interesting that there's no evidence that either of those places ever existed, but I digress. Like, what? At least it seems to be largely safe right now. Whether that's because my potion is actually working or not, I don't know. Can't see anything for it. Oh, hey, looks like there's a few crops that survived. Some mandrake and some snowbell. This I recognize, but what are these two? Don't know what that's about. Oh, let me see. Both from the witchery mod. I don't think I've messed with that. Was Dave messing with witchery? Is that what did this? Did he mess something up with witchery and, like, really royally anger some kind of spirit? Yogan! Yogan is a lava spirit. Oh, the half-fire spirit. Ooh, I wonder if that's responsible for this. Gonna have to go check. Yeah, this is just a mess. I guess we gotta tool up then. I guess we gotta deal with something here. Something is clearly a lot more powerful than I'm presently capable of tackling. And we need to cleanse, we need to purify this area, because this will not do. This is just gonna spread. This is impurity flying high into the sky here. There's practically a geyser of just bad energy here. We need to fix this. But oh well. Anyways, I shall catch you all next time. Hopefully we can figure out some kind of solution to this problem. And with that, I guess I'll catch you all